dan na branche etimu egu ama sesei beyen enna baako enwotwinie ehwehwa branche ya yehu no. Now there is a new development coming up from this issue and upon yet na say ema ye de na ekoso asat den no ema hwefo hu ensema na ekoso a chese de betu odwa no mamembo bosu biansa na yakọ de ekoba ye sesei ekoso a ye de ebremu no de ekoba ye nyina ne se empanimfo a omo ewo teki de ababa to dwa se do se omo nyamanfo omugu grounds a omo ye adwuma peja concrete ni ade yes omo betimi ayi amanfo a dan adwure gu omo so no edu Christian Atsu ono bia ya na wote dan ya na wote mechere ne apartment no edi Renaissance apartment ewo teki honum no na chese akwakwa ese omo no yesusu se nipa be 1000 ene wo honum a omo wo enkwamu ese some are living and some are dead na sa nipa 1000 we no ahefo de akwakoba nyina ene se from all indication no omo no yesusu se omo timkwam sa nipa 1000 no na nipa 1000 na omo ti enkwamu no ena se say anopa no ye de tu mwanim se omo pese omo kire se ewufo wom atiasefo wom na omu mienu nyina se yentimi yi omumu bia se nipa na wuo so otiase o akwakoye ade a emu odin kakra a yedi ebeyi omo na enumu kwa na yedi tu edwase eye Nigeria Marie Claire akasa wo chese sese no ayayem hihye nko a ohu said the obesi fa adwenamfa obroni bese why devastated. She doesn't know what to do exactly, but currently no there've been a new update eba ahefo the eba no akwakwa is a good news kakra ena asa akwakwa is ayem hihye enso kakra but ensem ne de me ha me humpo pense mu bebre na aba beji yebre but then minua ba ewa haseya nani edi nsem na chi for some time now wa utimu se yemienu ya de esi ye ho so ene ye de ato yakoko so said whatever be the case no we want our viewers to know what is going on ya pese Ghana for because oko Twitter sisi a oko Instagram oko Facebook oko IG I mean any of the social media handles the question people are asking is that where is Christian Atsu asem no akwako sisen Ghana for ho pre omo yie paso omo bete dia ekoso miniaba Christian Atsu asem yi de sese na akwakwa ese omo aboye paase ye model ni mama mfo hu de eko currently no ye tete se bibi ekoso ewo apartment no ehonum eden na ekoso boye mu
enti anopano ye kasa ye we're talking about the fact that in certain cameras never can say there are people and as it has detected think of forward building about 1,000 and over people and was say they should be able say Ghana and Kadnadmo those people not to rent mu about phone should be able to signify say this is it to the extent of saying that corridor and as veranda nim bi kra wo hodoma ya fa kopie e sanke nim se 9 ne ade nyina be pie no na che say almost running up e be ka try say omuntimi nyi omo at this point in time any contractor dwane ne ade a che say ensa so ni mu na che say omo beto omo try say dead body be any one mo betimi revive no but se bre no and some abeto sisi anu timi usa asem no kamia quite sem 90% but me can say 70% positive news on kwan I say
because I
quiet to say Christian Atsu nebusuafo ni bi I dey omo ho a say atwa no take
wow nebusuafo e wo take
atwa na go take krama che say in front of his apartment no mako gina ho say kamia quiet to say eni bra ba hwe na ya kwa ni ebusuafo kwa eni bra ba ye so kra say na omo you get it yes and the quiet to say nkofo no take for no they've also lost people and so they are looking forward to search for them and that's almost just saying almost any kind to say almost have come this year no abra almost so almost free they are doing their best it's a quite to say Ghana ni ba ko na ye o honom na ye Christian Atsu no if we don't put in effort ono kwa nya de be hu no what I say it's any o man kasa dibrika the last time an apel kwa kasa kana o can be about the fact that ni nua no kra ka say o kwota kini ade ani entin for that just say ade nyame eyipuma kwa abere we yipuma kwa mkra makodu ho e ba chesa apartment o tim groma ko gina ni mo nti ya nkase ko funtum ya de nya hweba we any big issue bia abrofo no mo nim se na ye de corners Ghana de hair wo go to obi wo na tie tumi huri ekwan ya obefa se obe wure ma pie ba bi no they don't have that techniques because om ye dada ma yen so de ya abrefo we for complete it ya kase wura from there na say you dare not it yan kasa ni nuanu ma na say ne busia no makodu ho nim say they will use the Ghanaian technologies when it comes to entering corners and it's a big applaud and we say we are all expecting it. That is why and upon I didn't want to understand the fact that celebrities they like writing too much. They like writing as a theory they do, so there should be practicals. You get it. And see, at this point the family of Christian Atsu is giving us the practical, like what we are waiting for, what we are looking for as a matter na say it's send your will be then film you want say Ghana ha no got to be na say 1 year 2 na kakra bia wo tumi wure ma na shortcut e fe wo kokra na wa ankasa kra wo wa say wure asa akwa anim abrofun don't have that experience but we have it into say ebutu we're expecting say they are using that experience now. Yatati omo as Ghanaian no that experience kakra go for teche ade ewurum chow no e de ba go pie enti broni no no hu corridor ntimi nwure ma omo de omedu ho no we enye no baga wire and to add it up no not to say inside that place though and I say inside that apartment that yeah ka say akoya to say positive news but negative news but no according to say because building network 12 any other issues with the also 12 put in hu na kam person nipa no chef is down flow the first flow you get it so it's really going to be difficult but then say positive news e o say e shara full time positive na say o me hu Christian Atsu mpaboa I was expecting that
rewind. I'm saying obi ashada hu agumaso say wante de okaye no see
so what I'm saying is that at this point mommy from free her what's able to phone call do they are doing miracles me say as a Ghanaian what we can do you won't think about it. Like what do you mean for need to Ghana ni hu and not possible and when it comes to kunulu any shortcut my dear forget about it we can do more than more like even more I'm going to do ente bi am see hu Christian Atsu mpaboa
ne mpaboa and no money.
Me see you fundum. You are not serious. Like you are just not serious. We are damn serious. At this point in time, I ain't warning kwasam. Enti se nipa na wu we should know se nipa na wu. Otinkwem so we should know se nipa na tinkwem. But then if wu and I say otinkwem na so we don't know anything about it, it's going to be a critical issue. I just say nya asem ketwa. Enti one of the bloggers no ni page so. And I just say ono ankasa de good muzo ono ankasa no on should I convinced but asamna bantia was all come because who's a sympathy ne
and asema all can
nyina na say let me read from him or saying she's belonging to Christian Atsu found but no news from him yet when the time is right when the right information comes I'll share stay tuned #Christian Atsu #Atsu
na say ye hu Christian Atsu mpaboa okay mami mbusa we enti mpaboa na ye hu no is it giving us a signal say Christian Atsu is still alive?
So it's giving us a signal. We can't pinpoint to the fact that it's giving us a signal say he's alive, but we can say that we are closer to where he is.
Okay.
Exactly. And see, so ko be them. Na say nipa kone die no emu tuafra like 2-3 people die tuafra. Na say utimi notify say okay, baby amedui. Ni pabo ya mehu e bi dia. That means you are closer to B's room. Yes. Okay. And see, it's helping us to know that at this point, you are being Christian Atsu. We are closer to finding him.
We are closer to finding Christian Atsu. I think you have a point because see, you when they mpaboa there, not just say he's within that CC ni mo na.
Exactly.
And what 91 pound to me identify as a osemasi ni mpaboa ni.
Okay, so nkofo like people are there, the family members are there, the team for no to be are there. Not just say people are around. You see, at this point, it is aggressiveness. In the name of Jesus Christ and Bebasa and to say I have practical work. The theory we've left the theory on social media. I have groundwork. Field. And so it is survival for the fittest. At this point, violence takes by force. It is a brain idiom. And now matter. At the end one kasa and I'm very, very glad because and I sense so positively that the twin sister no ever hobby. Yes, so the twins that will be a day any brad
okay
because twin they have different feelings because I'm confirm and your spiritual someone say almost as bino I should that one on tia say na talking about it, not just an and that is not the only thing available right now. To say, I did, you didn't say, I can't question. I should probably be at this point in time, no, 8th floor, 7th floor, 8th floor, and can you 9th floor, no, identifying his room. This is question. I choose room, and not just we are closer to seeing that, like we've gotten the straight connection, whether the contractor did a connection somewhere or not. We have a positive instinct that at this point, say I be humpa boy. Yes, that is free.
Question okay. I have for a fay and not just say what day a year channel no at her. Not just say there is a new development. Efa a year a brand Christian Achua. Your footballer bakopa or no just say a dying edreguniswa for 8 solid days now. Yeshusha Christian Achua no. There has been a new development. Kamia say a good news to the family, to Ghanaians, to the football fraternity. I say Obia why worried about Christian Achuno. Kamia say yenya a positive feedback. Now what we are getting right now is that we are getting a clue, and then the clue is going to help us to identify Christian Achu. And no any just a match say ama ye ni age kakra, but we are just hoping that it would remain a good news as it is. Yen sign emfa asem foforo emreye. Na asem ne tintini ne tietia nyina ne se Christian Achu ebusuafo etimi akwakopie mu ewo Turkey a omukopie mu ewo ho na se ahwefo omuginagina busuafo yi so wa omugina busuafo ewo ho a omuhwe se rescue team no omo afamu de na de koba ye nyina ne se omugusu omo videos ni bia ko viral, but because of certain rules being ebia yentimi efa video no to her emma monhwe. But the good news is omatimi atresia etutu akwakopie empaboa na ehye Christian Achu as at the day earthquake no esi ye dan no edwigu ne so no ene na akofo bebreka say yetimi ehun Christian Achu empaboa na ehye no ansa na incident no esi dia na tese system ho kakra no omumia wo mani na omukọ mani ma definitely yebehu Christian Achu ewo ho, but eno ensi ho we are getting an update on the same issue. It's quite convincing enough say ento se ade besa ene na ade beche no de na te say yehu Christian Achu whether dead or alive no he has been found. Minyaba
it's less
we are gathering that there is more information
exactly
to this.
That's what I was saying. And the end to us from there, not just say no we're expecting to take a critical look, and I say we are expecting to put our ears, our bodies and everything down. And from that part of it, and so I said when they were closer to the place, you find when they got their shoes and everything, they had 3 different sounds from that same room now. And Tiafan said they have gotten to this place. You see, the place is scattered, so you can't really say who said yes, this and this. But then, Omujina, baby, I'm from Pabuana, and I said at that area, in that scene, they got there in Pabuano. They could hear 3 different sounds coming from that room.
A sound, every dynamo.
Now, okay. Find it out. This is Christian Achu's room. They could hear 3 different voices. Such as a hearing sound, because you say be a no and I think
a sound.
Yes, yes, a hearing
3
different. Let's just say nipa 3 different people just say no plus news and when some every one of the bloggers now or same the Renaissance residents, which is the residence of the Hater Sports Sporting Director Tano Savu.
Okay.
And Christian Achu was viewed with the thermal cameras. 3 different sounds were heard. 3 different sounds were heard. Work machines were stopped and miners entered via Thomason Asigo. Yeah. Okay. So hashtag pray for Achu, hashtag Christian Achu. So
that means with what you are saying right now, no. Let's say after shoe Christian Achu shoe omuhu yen ahefo. Follow what I am saying really currently, no. Tienye obehu baby aye free ba. After Christian Achu shoe na omuhu yen no. Akwa se omo gusu a omo hwehwe e na omo te enipa ne bako miensa and eno no omo susu se ebetimi aye Christian Achu and then the supporting director no.
Thank you. Just like it will be another plus person or sanka humbium. But when we say because they are looking for it, not just say, at the end of it, you could hear say work machines were stopped and miners entered. That means machines the internet 3 panel. So they were just trying, so at least they could hear a lot of them into do machines, and the miners had to enter and everything to see that, to check 1 or 2 things, not just say. Into this is to prove that the people, and I say the team, the workers who are looking, the miners and everybody are doing a very good job, like job. A very good job.
The fact say miners no airport no they didn't want to go further with the machines. Don't you think so?
Exactly. That is also a point.
Wise, if they keep using the machine, that machine no ko be and it's all
so that's why I'm saying that they are working effortlessly to get people. I say
so right now we could say minus no afford to so say any rescue team no I for what they are going to do now, they say they are going to put machines net down and then they go in personally with their I'm hearing they said they need support, they need help.
Exactly, but it's a and that's the thing, and that's why we are concentrating on our own. You get it? And at this point, you see there are lots of rescue teams, and yet Turkish rescue team, and that's Turkish people. There are a lot of rescue teams. They are supporting them. Yes, into almost bank crank, not just much but at this point, those available and per the job they are doing, per the infos we are gathering, not just say they are doing their best. They are doing all they can. Okay, at this point, they are trying everything possible. Just say we are closer to positive.
Wow. So can we say Christian Atsu is not dead?
Okay,
because since I had 3 sound coming from Christian Atsu's apartment, 3 sound now yet no. Ye di kind one, ye di kind who ni shoes.
Yes.
Am I some kind of areshemu, am I some kind of energy and kofone talk so say omo de hwehwe amanfo na e building ni mu. And after finding the shoes, the next thing was the sound. Is it not convincing enough that Christian Atsu is alive? In Tendua journey there, we should hear that Christian Atsu yehuno.
So right now we should be keeping our fingers crossed. If you are praying, you should pray. If you are fasting, you should fast. If you are pouring libations, please do pour the libations very well. Because at this point we are closer to positive. That is all. That's all I can say for now. At this point, we are so close. I know that for some time past, if I say within the early stages of last week, now we're positive. We have positive news. But this one there, mean to me, I show 100%, but me to me, I show 80%. So at this point, say, oh, BBA, do it. Because I say, yeah, positivity is all we are hoping for right now. Like, we are positive.
Okay. And see, once again, who are faith and our join here, you can like and then you can share. Said the beya afufron so ebete their air question say there has been a new development, there have been a new update concerning a footballer Christian Atsu chese teki atorenchem way ato na dayedru gu ne so abesi ende 8th day asem ni esi yet say ene and that's last week Monday no and asem ni esi enti wawu a sebe nkayeye ne na wo tweda ma ye chiche take away ni ade ase but nyame chade ye gusu a ye hwehwe Christian Atsu. Now what is coming up no anopan ye dikan ema ye ahwefo ase say thermal cameras be signifying the presence of over 1,000 people still alive in that Renaissance building now. Eyana Christian Atsu and the supporting director of the team and obo teki no na omo ewo mu no. Now the good news ekoba ye ne say miners no any rescue team no were able to fish out a corridor through the 8th floor and the 9th floor in which they were able to identify Christian Atsu ni room na odem. Unfortunately no ekoba say anopa no yenya bad news be yes urefia mamenkai de ekoba ye ne say omo chere say obi biara edan edrigu ne so ewo Renaissance building ni mu no kamia say whether dead or alive that person cannot be brought out. Enti say nipa no say waka ho ane say waka ho. That is what we were hearing in the morning. And officially say there has been a new development. Asemfo fra aba betoja and say abrante Christian Atsu de di kan de busuafo etimi akwakopie mu ewo tekia be don hire enum ni etire ni omo da so agina bia ya edan na adrugu ye no they are not moving an inch omo so omo ntu omo nan ko ba bia enne so omo dina ho anie enti omo dina ho akopem se ye be hu se ye di hye ni na ne ya gene na ye de na kwoto hospital ansa na maba be ka che say miss identity etiano de as I'm talking to you now no Christian Atsu ebusuafo eda ho agina Renaissance building no anima all they are doing is they are waiting for Christian Atsu to be brought out. Now, this is what the good news that is coming now. We've all been anticipating. Ghana for change say you better BB, you better asem there. In for a year, Gada no say Christian Atsu eyade ye hu ne mpabwa. Empabwa na ehye no eye ejuada edan ni edwigu ye no eyade ye hu empabwa na ehye Christian Atsu in the course of say bulldozers ne adade ne epeja concrete na yetimi ehu Christian Atsu empabwa na ehye no enti sa bre a ye hu Christian Atsu mpabwa. What is the next thing that is going to happen? Tie there abasisi ano ene say abra chese minus na eguso omuhu ne mpobwa omunya some kind of energy, some kind of vim bi omu say oh we dey hu Christian Atsu mpobwa ide na chese abrante 16 mu ha 18 mu ha yai owa ha eti ene ye ntutu empabwa ne na ye nkoso ntutu concrete na de bia ye kwai ko ye nima ye be hu Christian Atsu. Fortunately there is a good news. Yes, you heard me right. Fortunately, there is a good news. And the good news I am talking about right now is in the course now, minus 4 no egusu edible doses ni. And I'm say ene bako miensa. Yes, ene bako miensa. Nipa ne bako miensa. That's 3 voices. Yeah, you heard me right. Etiano na chese yesusu say 3 voices no. 1 ebetimi aye Christian Atsu. 2 the second party no ebe sports director supporting director at the time I announce say Christian Atsu earthquake no ebi aka na ma hwehwe na ye hu no. I remember say ye bo Turkish name bia ye ka say oye supporting director na one no ewo ho no. That's the second person I susu say oni Christian Atsu a voice and I say and the third person no whoever we don't know. But Sabre no am I some kind of energy and some vimbia. Say Christian Atsu might be alive. Hopefully no adiensa no na chese yetimi who say yati good news be say Christian. So this is an 80% good news for us. Finding his shoes and hearing 3 voices at the same time you won his shoe no should tell us that our God is working. Our prayers are working. Probably yebehu Christian Atsu. And the good news is omuko hu na chesa refo omode bulldozers ne sinchanya say rescuers no any miners na far to omu so say they would risk their life and enter through the concrete to find them because omu ye mistake na omu the bulldozers ne ko wo wade na enu so ko wo bi yam ekopayo bi tim na say nipa na ye hwehwe ne no we ended up killing the person with our bulldozers ebehu. So as we are praying the whole thing is we should keep praying for Christian Atsu. Yes, let's keep praying because it looks like our prayers are working. And then one thing is your social media, we see a lot of people praying there hashtag pray for Christian Atsu, hashtag God save us and all that no. Come here and say your good news. Our prayers are working. They say bonfire. Let's channel our prayers to the miners and the rescue team because we share some of the earthquake videos now na for a bit very scary. What if say be ohonoma rescue teams for no omuremu no ase na opeja na dinosaur aye den ejuri more cause be oha enjuri wieye asa ade atofom achia no na ensiye na asan ejuri egufom biem. So omuko remu no let's pray say by say ade be san ade enche no na chese ye hu Christian Atsu. But the good thing that is coming up is that yati se obi a confirm say ono so voices 3 no na it will shock you who that person is. Yentie sa fela no yenuaba wa ha wonim se me ne na edi sa adwuma we na ono no amaye details of how this happened and she's here to give us the details of onipa yesusu say ono so a confirm say nipa 3 wo ho we enkoye speculation akoye say they are building a hope site ochinanko omaba be ka che say they didn't hear any voice be yes say obi so a confirm say oti 3 voices.
It's me read it directly from the bloggers page or say the wife of the supporting director who stayed in the same place with Atsu heard that there was a voice from 3 people, but the rescue team asked for help to have a little more support. Not just say, "Enyo mo kwa na mote." Nti omote no penifo say friend saying as many dance na e twa ho bi na de ya dance and nipa ba kon so dance de yentimi mfa nya asem nti am yetu de ne say esipi enti it is not just the team
why na yes ote
supporting director na yere
na say papa na oni Christian Atsu aka earthquake
she was able to identify some nipa tre enti exactly na say obetimi a kire say asemi kunu voice kan ho bi.
And so that means that if we are understanding what our sister is saying clearly, now she say aside minus na eti Christian Atsu and yes to say Christian Atsu and then supporting director ne another person voice no supporting director ne yere no so wo as a den and minus ne here juma enti minus ne tis that three voice after finding Christian Atsu's shoes no they confirmed ne yere so be confirm say ono so te three voices that means it's a good news
yes, sure
that means we should keep our ye ma ye ninja na
enu ti na make us say bre no God of Alpha are you know right
yes
say bre no at this point we are just akakitwe bi like what is that
not say
so our fingers and pressure ni na is free a consum kakra and this time around
start saying thank you Lord
me say God of Alpha and Alpha nyame resurrection nyame omunyina they are in the process of doing it. So if you are praying, please continue praying, keep your fingers crossed, and then pray that hashtag pray for me, pray for him. It's going to work for us because what is happening and what is coming, the infos we are gathering as of now, they're not just saying Bibia Nam Kwanswa is going through.
That means we are on the verge of finding Christian Atsu, and this time around I live
exactly
because I have for currently over 100 people plus are watching us. Afe and our joining here. We are getting a new development on Christian Atsu. Yes, you heard me right. New information about Christian Atsu. Kamia say a good news. And you know say yet na say ya we don't yembo yetrim keke any yen kansem. Detailed background check. We are following the case back to back. And try so hard say we will feed Ghanaians who are worried, Ghanaians who are disturbed and trying to know where our footballer Christian Atsu is. No, we are feeding them with informations we are getting. Edika no abeto just say Christian Atsu ebusuafo akwako piemu wo tekia we have a video of that our producers ye ho ejuma so mo de beto ama ye nyina ye hu dia ekoso wo teki. But then what is happening now is say ebusuafo ne agina ho say until say yebehu Christian Atsu because the info coming is that omukodru honom na minus ni de omuguso omu ye omadwuma say omu peja concrete omu hwehwe say yebehu Christian Atsu and God being so good and pabwa na Christian Atsu fantini be say asopate exactly and pabwa na Christian Atsu asat there na earthquake no esi no God being so good yempai boy ye no kamia say adwuma ayefo yehu sa empabwa na Christian Atsu no. Yes, you heard me right. Yehu sa empabwa no na eno echre no ena te so mugusu a omanya gidie bi say okay yehu empabwa ne there then he might be around this place, he might be around this circle, so let's move forward a bit no ena mugusu na omukote say nipa voices 3 be a sounding, nipa voices 3 be a sound there. So 3 voices na a sound there no. 1 yesusu say Christian Atsu. 2 yes to say a supporting director no ni Christian Atsu ha omo ni ahwehwehwe omo hu omo and then we are learning that some team members bi so ho no ma besi na ye hu omo perhaps one of the voices can be one of these team members yes na yes so omo a ye hu omo so the probability that our own Christian Atsu is still alive no at for it's a very high one and I'm praying say there are information where etimi ama a high hope say Christian Atsu might be alive no Emma sa hopes no enko for moments and be kasem from fanche it say rescue team no emeka ye na say amanfo agya yo montanta cause as ye gidie ya be from cause musa akofo e be ka chese mo Christian Atsu ade che na mo ka chese say mis identity. But the good news is another person confirmed it. Now the reason ama nipa ne confirmation I kind of authentic no is the fact that this person happens to be the wife of the supporting director Oni Christian Atsu. Say omaka rabo ni mo ayehwehwe omo a omo hu omo no. Papa no ne yere Turkish as ne man no no ena chese ahefo say the maker no or no anything a confirm me. We share screens this about say video no and that's video na make catch us say producers working towards it say you benya sa video no e dia mamo no and that one moon say Penax Plus there yaka say ye be mamu info no back to back and no ena yede mamo. So currently no the good news we are hearing is that yate 3 voices are yesusu say Christian Atsu might be alive after 8 days and no kan ma enkofo no mo ha minu aba say wonim sa because obesha rambo mu 8 solid days no food no water. I mean the weather conditions, the panic, the attack and everything. They should tell you say if Christian Atsu is alive, Ghana her. If
Christian Atsu is alive, is God of Alpha. Take that for me. Now, if Christian Atsu is alive, then I say your prayers, no? Yes.
Juma. But we are hearing say there is another positive feedback coming from the wife.
From the wife. Also, the wife has from the beginning of this thing, she has been positive. She's always feeling that
so that means say asema wo beki and yes I for me the more to suspense more meaning say we are all eager to know what is coming from the wife, but what is coming is that ne so amaye asembia I say ene ensema ye di kan ate no from the shoes to the voices I say yes sisi so amaye them kind of positive feedback bia ne no ede amaye. So you just follow the conversation clearly obete de ne no and so ekan that's
what I'm trying to say. From the start, that woman, the Marie Claire,
and now
she's been positive from day one.
Okay.
Yes, if you follow from her sources, and if anytime you're back at Sabia, she'll let you know that she's positive, and you couldn't know is alive. Now, say, the other day, they say this woman is saying that still.
That means she's getting she's panicking.
Exactly. She's a woman. And as I'm social media, you chance on it. And in the morning, stating that in Kuala Lumpur, they can go home no born money. And you see, as a mother, 90% of her weakness come from her children.
Okay.
Yes, and you who's in Kuala Lumpur to pay the hair. That is how come any epitome. Mo enu so hwe urade na chese nkosenki wonsuo ni tete ade wanyansenki oni Yesu na mpampe odi Yesu achi. She is just in a 100% high hope said the husband is still alive because we should be able strict instinct say be man etiase chese ontimi ngusa.
Wow,
the father of her kids can die like that.
Don't you think say or say info ni say yehu ne mpaboa and our voices nintina or kasa?
But I see there are difference between there's a vast difference between instincts and news. Obi bet make actually say me who say me be biara but you feel like I didn't hear. Obi bet make actually say ade me hu ba feel say ade there. You get it? Instincts and messages are two different things. And so what she's saying is that per the bond she shares with her husband, she can feel that he's still alive.
It's a connection between the married woman and the Nikunu, Marie Claire, Ni Christian Atsu, based on that connection and bond. Onya atin kanise Nikunu da so tiase. Therefore, the issue is really getting critical. Asem no ase baby a edru no. Say emia ye mpa iboma ye betimi anya a positive news because right now no me nua ba ma ya ti ase say news no ban is kind of positive or no credit ranking or be ranking is 70%.
70%.
Na 30% na aka no.
Aka afa nyame. Thank you. Aka afa nyame kakra. Resurrection nyame kakra. Ne mo stress dem cross fingers kakra na say we are almost there. So we'll continue. Yeda masipa nemu monya wa mu pushing che Yesu na Yesu ntia say na say he should bring him na say de besi bia no. Say ade de adu no dem. We have heard everything you are hearing as of now. The ediba se sebre nyina usa na pa no na part of it was positive. Anapa na 50-50. But se sebre dey 70% positive. Enti afa a nyame. Nyame ansa so na say enwumre dey munya ho adwuma mai na ebedu o chama no pa no na say eduru ho na kenkren to kankran. Na ya ti asem na no anse Christian Atsu me say anko chana pa unim gele
obebo gele abedwe bana
okay to pa de gu e ho sasa oku kakaka say enya asem kitu ya ko bobo we have been on the wall for the
voices no ye be hu omo no na what if ye ko hu omo na Christian Atsu nka no
the probability that Christian Atsu nka ho no will be less. You know why? Because he was in the room.
Okay.
Before the earthquake happened, you know, now anymore. Plus another person.
Okay.
And plus another person who knows another person neighbor no or you be nearby. In his room specifically, I think Nipa Trenka. Earthquake is here, been to me in Fakwan to go over there. And then Bugo Amada. What are you saying? And I was on James Bugu no because Tony them was not possible. It's at this point, God of miracles, Alpha Arms. Now, if it Messiah and you what joining for and fed Niago to Diagram in Menasm. And fed Niagara, don't joke. Because at this point, you people are making us realize you are doing it to finish it. Finish hard. No, I don't know.
I for on your body, watching a dream, say the Akano nyame, and it's going to take just a miracle, say.
The miracle is almost there.
But Afe and our joining here to say they're not making. There is a new development concerning a Christian actually in some way. Netintini ni tietie nyina ne se aba betoja se eye Christian actually ye hune mpaboa. Exactly. Ye hune mpaboa after mpaboa yate voices. After voices ne yirin so x-ray say ne instinct eye odobia oni ni kunu ne che no o say oba ne be ma omukabo ma no ma be baako enti ne se ni kunu ti ase de ne ono nso onya saa tinka bi saa se ni kunu no ti ase a onwu ye ba bi ye tete say ye say amanfo bi ni mo mawuwu wo saa apartment ni mu no
Exactly, that's how it's going to be. Because at this point, almost being a yum one by one.
Wow.
Yes. You can't select people. It's so easy because I say a funtuma fra.
Netsia no ne concrete no.
A funtuma fra. So that's the best they could. The best they could do. But Empire the people that thermal cameras were able to detect, you know, we should get all of them. Because say, if it is detecting about 1,000 and over, it means but
thermal camera no detect I think it's been over 2 days. Don't you think that nipa 1,000 and swat and put that?
So I said 1,000 and over.
And over.
No, it's
still over never so it's 1,000. So how is it say in amount from we say their families won't identify them. Yes, so money a drill or money a domoko. Nancy say Yakas a drill me not sebe. You could dream a Christian actually come one.
But a Christian actually baby doing your account.
I have also maybe some way. Yeah, my feel like that. Yes, a Christian actually there. He's
baby a dream there on count.
Ye did
at this point. The Christian actually on Kafun 2 fries.
On Kafun 2 fries.
At this point, the Christian achunka. There is a probability, 70% probability that he's still alive. Exactly. There's a 70%.
I have 4. So coming up, no, you are buying a person. My say 70%. Wow, in percentage, you know, 70 is very high. Now I said they all from the cry 30%. So 70% positive. 30% negative. Say Christian Atsu is still alive. Hopefully no. Adianchi adia ensano na yati yenua be made yate nenka. And a good thing is that to say nebusiafo ejina building anymore. Me sure say number for hours now they've been standing there and they are definitely going to stand there till say ebia yebe hunu cause yet to say oma dwen say enya de o mefri ho. Na premu koyi nipa ne ba na mbeka chese mahuna. Yeah, the next thing you better is misidentity. We saw him and we thought it was Christian Atsu. Kwankwa le John story be any was say on person mote. I don't want to mean so ant na Ghana ha. E for monsa e se omu dem refem. E dikan ma ya hwefo ete say e the management team e wo Ghana ha. E de o makrakra na fiti Cheetah FC or dem ko bobo teams ko Black Stars de call Chelsea, Newcastle ni ade no. Damn, one of them Nana secretary akwa kopie mu onukwa de odikan kopie mu o Turkey other people and so akwa joining na currently no omo ewo Christian Atsu apartment Renaissance apartment honoma they are looking forward since minus no etimiate over 3 voices omo susu say Christian Atsu the supporting director and any of the teammates now no they are waiting because they say -4 no omafa so they are risking their life, they are risking their all everything where killer bewula show till the last blood drops now omo they asheshe 3 voices now omo hu ye no So right now we are praying, we are anticipating, we are hoping, we are only just a brofone crash short. The air can say you are changing. Yet say you bring good news no. Say 3 voices ye huomo. Now say you 3 voices ne there. The probability say Christian Atsu might be one of them. It's very high. Yes, the probability say Christian Atsu, a footballer, former Chelsea and Newcastle player, no, might be part of these 3 voices is very high. So this is the information that is coming up. Yeah, they are already said whatever be the case, no, we are going to follow up on this issue and we would give you all the necessary information and all the necessary feedback. But currently, do say yet good news no take phone so aware was any amount for binum aware was sem ne say ebinum so apartment ni mo mawu a omo no sabre no the rescue team no can say sankofo yentimi eyi omo empie eno na menua ba echemu amaye no enya de ebetimi eyi omo apie one after the other there be ente say ne futufra yesa omo nyina say ya Nene, amena no kwanya de ye kotu ni 1111 ye tu ne gakraka we na se manho kakraka pa esin se ye dredge eye crude oil ana se bibi kra na ye siso mu nyina agum na ye si omo enti ye bompa ye say and we are only hoping say our own Christian Atsu will be found before say ade beche no ahefo. Let's keep praying say the ye tete no no crese the ye tete ne dia. Next, the probability of Christian Atsu being alive, is very high. And
no, it's very, very high. In Tanaju, the alpha hour, a pamcho. Yes, because if you are praying tonight, please remember hashtag Christian Atsu. Pray for him for us.
So you do the prayer for us. Say, Paiboa Alpha out for ne celebs for ne Diana Hamilton Nanano or Cotton TV Swa Utimuse or Rezi Empire for Christian Atsu no. So na will be saying Yankopon. Until say yet Christian Atsu.
He has done it. You want oh you are doing your job. Like he has done it. In that kind of way to say yes because Christian Atsu a Christian. Now you have a whole nation. Bible say ba kuma pem mienu kum pimdu a whole nation you kum pim now you are still calling him and you are not hearing for him maybe so that is what I was asking. It's not blasphemy. I'm just asking. I was asking that say ba kuma pem dia mienu kum pimdu dia na say Ghana you put 25 million 25 million you kum say 3 billion something and by this time na say God is doing yes why any na maybe you do the just say you call any man kasa positive in kwanti na do alpha hour for yesterday resurrection na me pamocho munya wad mo empire na mo fam piano man na just say be gunsa name yeah seven producer you be fra ala na yeah good decision tos no yes you dey na pia mo na just say ya share the rade bay because Ghana is a Christian dominated country to me can there any yesu na me bre
okay so with what is coming up no does it mean say you Christian Atsu say the yenya hopes ni say you hu ni shoe ya te voices aye ka say you no do you think say ye ko na after ochina ye ba na ye nte hwe ya Ghana for ye ntu ya dwemu ana
at this point me just sure say better you dwemu because at this point is on your mouth get a per enti you do progo no na wo kwa he we ye ntu ya dwemu we are just so far as the family is there we are hoping that ebesi for your china na pakosi enyume fiti na adwi kosi 24 hours of tomorrow no dey na say something positive and yes adia na ase but emasa we're hoping for the best, we're hoping for positivity. That's
the more reasoning here me busa sa same way is the fact that Christian Atsu earlier no o me catch say identity o mo hu no ni enije or the hospital
na any papa ko pe ko hu no. It was just a Turkish journalist that reported at him. At this point, ne ma mi na posi afo gina ho. Nti ye hufuru na onu a wakochem ne ba no hu ana. I just tell me that the twin sister will hope anya de obehu. Obehu. So this time if something is coming out, if a news is coming out, it is really verified. Me ma me brefa ehu ma pantan kro ti musa ma me kwa ani. You get it. So a mother and a child bond AC. Say at this point the news have be genuine. I am promising you. Yes.
Wow. I have for say afei and our join yen ya. anapa no ye di kan ema mo update concerning Christian Atsu say thermal cameras be ema signal and all Etre no de beto ja and said they were telling us say looking at things no and said they dine esi ejiri afa no it will be very hard say they would identify nipa over 1,000 people and you said they are alive in that Renaissance apartment na what tech but God being so good me nua ba say alpha anyame che say empire bo Ghana fo abo me sure say binima ye fasting ne ade there is a good news and the good news is that the rescue team has always been on the ground edi omo equipment omo machines ne ade egusu ye adwuma earlier no ye mamoti said they located the 8th floor yes on the Renaissance building omunya corridor bi ko pie mu 9th floor fortunately for us omuko hu Christian Atsu room dan na bububu de but omo anu munim said de omu ye omo adwuma sifa onti omo ase omo no muti omo adwuma no omo no muti omo adwuma no ase and the good news is that omugusu omo hwehwe no they've been able to identify a shoe ote fantini besi aso party empaboa omahu mpaboa bi empaboa no ye hwehwe mu nyina na ebusebusa mu na ne teammate fo ni bi were on the ground they said the yenuaba ema ye te ase no eni ade na che se empaboa na kwakoye enye obi ade ase Christian Atsu mpaboa na se empaboa na Christian Atsu ehye the D3ad na earthquake no esiye no sa empaboa no yehu which is a good news and the see a mpaboa ne dia enye system ho kakra no ase ye ya keka ben Christian Atsu because ura dem eto bi kwa ukọ compound house na uhihye obi na ase wo nhye da nim nipa ne room utimi hwehwe mpaboa gugu doors na no wo se asumesi ne door enie enti se o matimi hu mpaboa ne che se Christian Atsu o hye aha ba bi na numu na che se another information asai epie wo mo info ekoba ye nyina ene se omuti ene miensa 3 voices as a minus ne rescue team no echira omugusu omahu poboa che se omanya gidie bi omugusu ehwehwe na se omokopie omuti 3 voices na as omaye confused kakra enti obi assign esisupi say amen so mete 3 voices no and guess who that person is it is no other person say a supporting director na on Christian Atsu ewo honum that day na earthquake ni esiye na kwakwa ese oyere onu nso ehwehwe ni kunu onu nso ewo ho ayemhihye otwensi ebehu ni kunu nti ono no she has also been on the ground since otwensi ebehu ni kunu enti onu nso confirm say ampa oti 3 voices na che say menua ba sa comment no and I say evidence of that ne kind mashefo amamu anamo hye asa den no you got to know say nyese yebo yetirimu aka bibia na say but the wife of the supporting director no I confirm say no cry ono so voice na eno no ama enije shunku bi erera che so mo ye adwuma because who ye adwuma na wunya so result is a different vibe and a different feeling altogether enti no na che say nipa miensa we no yesusu say ebetimi voice miensa sorry ebetimi aye Christian Atsu any other teammate any supporting director and I think say the reason why they are saying that they say oba no otini kunu ni obehu say yes mi kunu na eka say otini kunu ni she could definitely identify say this is the voice of my husband and no na che say ama enkenya sonko aba for what is coming out no tremu say within maybe the next 3 to 4 hours and I say we should be hopeful say from what my sister is saying or say 70-30 that means 70% positivity 70% positivity 30% negativity and I think say a lot of people are asking in the comment section say where is what you are talking about yes we would give you the evidence back to back but I say minya ba no odi kan emaye bi fila udi weni edi asem we echi ani nso edi swacha chese yehu Christian Atsu issues I think people think we are just saying something.
So let's read for the sake of the people who just joined, And from one of the bloggers, only the Okrom Haya or same shoes belonging to Christian Atsu found, but no news from him yet. When the right information comes, I will share it. Stay tuned. Any hashtag Christian Atsu.
So a lot of people are following her. They are giving us information back to back.
Exactly.
So this is telling us say dear Christian Atsu na mpaboa na ehye no like I was saying earlier no yehu. But after say yehu ni shoe no there was another news eba no.
Into the next news eba beto sword. Then we as we said earlier and we went over it and it said the Renaissance resident, which is the resident of the Hater sporting director, and that is Tina Savvy and Christian Atsu, was viewed with thermal cameras. 3 different sounds were heard. 3 different sounds, and so the work machine stopped and the miners entered. It's almost as at the time our thermal camera no detectors and go forward. They just paid a critical attention to the place and omitted 3 different voices. 3 different voices didn't have problems to say. Are they nipa voices because so because I want to Google and you wo because it's yakan voices in the nipa and one voice.
Exactly. Who even knows? Maybe they were screaming, "We need help!
Exactly.
Save us! Come to our rescue!"
Every you saw boys by this time come you woman in Pumasa would die. I'm PGB crash the aha. And on a top up no. And this blogger also said that the wife of the sporting director, who stayed in the same place with Christian Atsu, heard that there was a voice from the 3 people. Not the same. There's a confirmation that voice no, and your mind is no. They were not the only people who heard it. An extra person also heard it. Not just a way. Ayo dancing here, okay. Also say, "Say nipa me and 3 separate voices are. Any panic. It was also them. But the rescue team asked for the help to save a little more. Not just on a more serious note, to save a little more. Not just a rescue team. No, boy, come. Actually, come. And that is the update as of now. And that's the same podium. The other kind of my 7 years serious. Can I say Christian Atsu Maria Claire, whatever. But my men so and as a sister so I confirm say ni kunu no oti wana kumempe the bond they are sharing and everything connections e won ni kunu tem no beti be gina so pimpim aka say ni kunu no de no credit nyame anim oti wana kumem say husband is still alive. It's from all these things no free ni mpaboa na ehu ye nom ba be pem voices ayate say e wo dem ho no ma that so who knows, they were praying, they were singing, they were doing anything at all omo ye wo dem ho ever about to say that a supporting director na and so at the same voices were holding on, also confirming said there were voices over there to know. Now seriously no. Right now at this point, there's a 70% chance Christian Atsu is still alive. That is what we are trying to say. Boiling down to the fact that Nigerian so our hobby, and as I rounded it up with the fact that Nikununo and Nigerian no sorry, I feel you wanna come. You see that instincts and some there are differences. There are differences. Me too me kra me say me mpana and I say, "Oh yeah, my boyfriend you just feel it, mother. Your boyfriend can die just like that. You can feel that this person is still alive and I said this person is dead." Talking about nipa na share bond aman kwala ni adi nyina epie free but you get it. Yes. And she has every right, all the bonds, all the connections and everything. And sa kan say, "Oh no agasa no person che say brede." Nikuru no oti asepa anya dia wawu enti sabre ye busia form eti me free Ghana krom ha abo mo ho initially kra no ye be ka kire mo say na taa no e Christian Atsu no e che ye bosem obekọ say kia ko hwede ye koso because kamia ko is a take for no so atwere o madesha adesha ma free wo munti no they are not going to pay attention and I say they can't pay 100% attention to yen Ghana for yen nipa no as in they can't omutimi ntra Christian Atsu the rest of their lives. I say people are konko no be hwehwe ndabi ena Atsu no kra so kra no Ghana ni anaso no pani Ghana ni ya pre ni gidi yet mean ka say take krodi nyina no he's the only Ghanaian there. There are other Ghanaians who are also there, but quite to say we are so much concentrated and as we are so much concerned about Christian Atsu because he's our star. I say he's our celebrity, you know. Yeah, say be ya Christian Atsu no yen sabeka no. Eno na medical catch us alpha nyame sanaju okọ. Na say you are praying. oh bumpire or alpha say resurrection time I bumpire resurrection yame baby be I bumpire however you're going to pray. Just remember that at this point Christian Atsu has a 70% chance of coming back to this country. Into fingers crossed. Kawasabaso sister mpire we are almost at the point of seeing him. You drew baby ebehunu. Yehu na wie inti mpacho empire na nadui mumie mumai kama na just simple and short my idea okun owa no 20 pe na afa awanyame adi tanks ni nyina mai kama
yeah no ena chesa for me nuaba no e de my but there's been a new development, a new update yet so aye kese ya aye tutwim komo aye mamu de ekoso no. Fortunately for us there is another good news. Yes, there is another good news. But answer na me the good news no ebeba no over 200 plus people ya kobe nipa 500 and currently on YouTube afa and our joining here we are getting a positive feedback about Christian Atsu. The probability say it's very high. And the thing is said that there is a positive news I am getting right now. We have people working at the background giving us information back to back. But before that, let's read some of the comments of where every Mary Niama or say it is well, my dear. Yes, Mary, it is well. Where I am saying justice or say God would surely do. No credit, God will surely do. Gift Huston say, hey Ghana, but he had shoes, not one shoe. If that is his room, definitely you would see his personal items. We are still praying for grace. Paibone de Yegusua. Kojo Musa de on your crying emoji. Mitimusa Minya Bema. Areho Asha also where the ora who ye kafra. Said there is a positive news. Many news no ebeba, but before that no yen koso na yen kind comment no ebi. Where a divine zo or say he stay alive. Not just say divine no say onunso say the Marie Claire Christian Atsu no no say definitely Christian Atsu is alive. Way Ohima Mary or say God please Ohima Mary again or say God only you Ohima Mary again or say because my heart not just say amanfo edi abobo amanfo esuno ena edoso but say the midi kan ekan no there is a positive news, there is a positive feedback they yet to take me about there aba coming say the minus no I mean from the authorities no techie authorities no are saying say the minus are giving them information whilst on the grounds. Now information are minus no at the air no they are getting closer to the voice because as at now no omote voice no they've started tracking the voice. Brony or your brony sa who shoe no or tracking shoe na the corner nim and recently no aqua 3 voices we are anticipating and hoping say those 3 voices no as none other say Christian Atsu or no any other teammates be yesusu say onu nso yehu no any the last person no to be the supporting director now oni Christian Atsu ewo hosa da be say na yehu omo. What even made it inspiring enough and convincing enough how much say yegidia sorry just make me who said the maintenance wa konwa ni mu na hefo is the fact that the wife no eso confirm so ote voice no and right now what they are saying is that omatimi attract voice na edit the voice na chia. They believe that they are getting closer to where they hear the voice from. Next baby omuti enipa biako bako miensa ene no ahwefo kamia say omunya rehemu omunya gidie bi say omo ben baby omuti ene na say omadi ani na chin kakra saa aye say so obi nante a na ne nase no anamon ewo fo ma otimi di na namon na chi akohu baby anipa ne won this time around no omu tie ene no omu di eni na chin kakra saa de akwa kopie baby Christian Atsu ewo. So wow we are praying. Yes, I know a lot of people are praying, you know. This is the good news that is coming. I've seen say a lot of people are still commenting. Tell them just keep sharing the video so that those that are panicking amount for fear ashe omuso ase omusuro kakra no aha those people no and so ebenya the good news that is currently going on no my main kind comment no ebiansa na ebinim enimanya ntoko mo say aye nkan o comment we Benjamin Bacha or say Benjamin as I say we are hoping for the best sure menua Benjamin we are hoping for the best where Philip onon so as Abraham Mel say God save your son. God save your son. Even say well spoken. I like that fact. Not just say good news, no. Where you had ya or say may Allah save Atsu. Marinyama say God is in control. Marinyama say it is well, my dear. What injustice God will surely do. NTR4 you can still bring in your comment and we'll definitely read your comments for you. But currently no way there Yebeka say atadwe yate enene new information na eba nature say minus no person omma yete ase say oma kon kakra masese no mususu say omo ye aben Christian Atsu. Is it not a good news?
I've already told you say makama ni masem na manasa makacho say whatever you're going to hear is good news. Whatever you're going to hear as I
say we no yes wasem ni supi.
Esis was here yes
70%.
Esis was here yes.
Okay. Prophet B.
Thank you.
Said the old
seriously because say for say 80% cry.
Hey.
Esis to cry. Say at the end of medical catch-on. If you're an analphabian, please pray for us. Pray for Christian Atsu. Give them the hashtag. Do everything possible. If you are keeping your fingers crossed, keep it crossed. If you are praying your heart, pray in your heart. If you are a Buddhist, pray. If you are a Shinto, pray. We the traditionalists, we also pour libations. It's by for your channel. Everything
so the good news no are for next we are closer to what we've been
very close.
First, no, now you were in a state of dilemma.
Two-minded
we
people.
Didn't know what was going to happen.
Yes.
We didn't know the fate of Christian Atsu. So Kamia said we now know the fate of our brother.
Yeah.
That he's alive. From all indication. And yes, where you're prophetic assembly. This is an analytical statement I have made or analytical claim that I'm trying to make. This is based on all analysis and all information coming out from the grounds. No, our brother is still alive. That means the probability of he being alive. And to say within the next 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours, no, hopefully, Kremonibe say, Inshallah, not say, Christian Atsu would be alive. The necessary things there, you didn't be hospital, you be checking in there.
I say Independence Square.
The next time, I think the next time we will say it's Hanum say no. Now we are bringing you.
We are waving the victory flag.
Look white.
Mommy, you are joking. Any you have an Independence Square with Ghana flag. You won't do say because we have Charlie.
Yes,
but
so,
God is for us.
That is the good news coming. I feel and I want join here. Yeah, I feel and I will stay tuned and I will tune it to Penax Plaza. The good news that we are getting is that the miners are closer to finding Christian Atsu because of certain evidences. And I say, maybe a omonsa asusom one Christian Atsu name Pabwa no shene sada no chese ni teammate ni bi etimi identify say Pabwa way ye nuabema Christian Atsu edia free hono na chese omokote enemiense bia ene no wife no ebe confirm me na say esusu say wate ni kunu nso ene entina say esusu nipa miensan Christian Atsu the probability of he being part no say the minua ba ne kan that is 80%. So right now no it's Enijesem 247. Yes Enijesem 247. Our brother Christian Atsu that we are on the verge of finding him because the mekan say meti hsci information na ereche me say the miners are trying to inform the Turkish authorities say they are very close to finding because they are tracking the voice omudi and new voices no omudi no omudi because
sister
say the way dinosaur edru no eno na ama niememu ayedin kakra sebe they are finding it difficult to find
exactly
him. But the truth of the matter is the truth of
Bruni
Enijesem 247. I mean, you can use this as a hashtag coming from me. Ultra Christian Atsu hashtag Christian Atsu #enijesem247. That means that we are getting a good news that our brother Christian Atsu because the reason why enijesem is do you know a lot of people were thinking he's dead by now?
Yeah,
because it's 8 solid days.
Exactly. Bongo ideas cry made the analytical statement. Exactly, because if you use calculations and other things, like physical life and everything, by the time he should have been dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's true. And
exactly.
We can try to know, so and I say he's trying to forge things to change. That was the truth. Analytically, you I was all kind.
Okay.
But then the ego doing it at this point.
There is a probability he might be alive. Therefore, the reason is that there is one video and also a trend concerning this whole techie earthquake thing. What I was hearing was that there was this man also a surviving a earthquake here but ono ne die no ene se yetete se ono na or survive on flowers na se flowers bi esi ne dem or we ha na because until say ye be save no aduane de wanya bi ndi enti enwura flowers na na ewo honum eno na che se otete kakra nkra survive ni or survive ewo so say make us survive o so a ote ase enti se ono kra no etimi survive of flowers so probability
that you on what you how are you fasting 28 days and so now massa Ghana for the
African blood
sister you're different brony cross surviving no be
exactly so currently Christian Atsu the possibility we will say of he being found is extremely
80%
high yeah bomb say ya num fuei say mood and family. But looking at all indication and from all sources and from everything, there is a good news. Our brother might be alive. 80% confirmation. Eba enesa. And within the next hours, bebano.
Kusi so chana pano. You should be expecting positive news.
Life no aso pet patrol. Just join.
Kope du kubi.
The next life platform now I join it because it's going to be a
positive.
Good news.
Exactly.
Yes, because when you show ya voices here.
Don't forget how joining afa Nigeria #Christian Atsu. Please don't forget. Me patch libation join me important Nigeria. Hindu now joining ya wild. Shinto sa no ya wild. Afa ne de ma remfi. Wo de won join bi da kra join bi na Nigeria na #Christian Atsu.
Na afa for my boy pass be ye advert.
Omo me pa batom.
Omo kwa na bomb pa.
Any afa na me mesra resurrection na me. Mu nyina am kam tirimum na munye wad. Unim Jesus nko na patch na Nigeria frɛ no because ye do ide akatom ne bro. Na chese ya twene pia bonte na chese eno anu nti o cha na power 2 years akonwa mi ha na machine vita ne de na chese kopedo kunu bibidi wai asibesti ma ho menyo kakra aha na bibia be fama ebe kama kra say amadi kan share
I'm hearing say after that information we ba out no Atsu ebusianfo are a bit calm.
Yes. Won't you be calm? Put yourself in their shoes. Obe jo kakra.
But pressure won't be about to be completely calm. Maybe ana information akoda ni obi betimi afemewu.
As a Ghanaian, one thing you use to power and your sympathy your faith. If it is not sympathy, it is faith. Or a Ghanaian. And I always say that the bond and connections you can never underestimate it. So the thing is, they know what they are feeling, they know how far they are going, and then forget it. Everything is okay.
Wow, everything will be okay. And tonight say I have for afe na wa join the enkomo de yedi bebre e de agu achi bebre e na abefa wa so ho eko but ma membo no tofa na wa afe na wa join no won so te de eko so. Some have been with us since we started and they know what is going on. Ebi a won so afe na obe join yen as a wa sheda why you confused kakra. The whole thing is that rescue team no egusu ye adwuma Atsu ebusuafo ejina omoso enyeso omugina omoso but they are around any other people like yeso omo nyina ebusuafo ewo wa omo hwe say yebehu Christian Atsu ni omo aka ewo sa Renaissance building but the good news is ade a empaboa na she Christian Atsu sada no ye wo sa empaboa na enu achi yetimi ate ene bako miensa ene bako miensa no minus no rescue teams for no enete ye ena obi asanso esi studio say ampa ono nso ete sa voice ni bia no enyo obi ase supporting director no ka Christian Atsu ho asa den no ai papa no ne yere abe confirm say ono so ate voice ni bia say ama ni just ma ba na enu akire no na say yaye adwen say ye sorry an sample and sign ebeto odwa say currently no Turkish authorities no mayati ase say rescue teams for no mom new information say o ma track voice now they are getting closer to find the human beings with the help of the thermal cameras. Let me tell you, thermal cameras no it me detecting the presence of people through the heat that comes out from their body. Ye heat na if you mu pie no ni ade no it me determine say people are alive. So they are still aware, and I say they are giving us the information say people are still alive. Almost 33 voices ne there. Kamia say Christian Atsu is still alive. Enti wa wo hwe ya na wa fe na wo hwe ye no the possibility say ade enchi no na yehu ye nua bema no is very very higher. Ye nyina ye wo atwenye mu a we are still praying and hoping say we will find our brother Christian Atsu. So what we are saying is say the nua ba ne twin sister Christian Atsu pi edi kan ye no okase Ghana for my ade asem ne ba empire de ma bobi. This is a country, a prayer country.
Christian dominated country.
Exactly. I mean, when it comes to theology, Ghana, we don't joke with theology.
Yeah.
And she said, "The new ba no eka no wadi kan declare say my idea won boom." And she say no so no osusu say yenkoso na yemboa Christian Atsu wo empire boom. Said the be ya kamia say yen nyina ye be hu Christian Atsu na afei atete ni abebrese ni ayemhihie akometuo amemche say ebi mukra dem ye hwese be 6 days ni omu ni di ye na busuafo me just some are finding difficult to even eat and all no kwata ade nche de mompai bonti ye nyina ye mpai bonti ene chese nyakopo humobro nti ye be hu Christian Atsu na afa de asem de na asem akwakoda na yasum adwe ti afa ena wajoin ne de a we are close. We are this close to finding Christian Atsu. And I make an #EnigesM247. Yes, #EnigesM247. So we are getting closer to finding Christian Atsu. When you are band there, why not just say same way? So exactly. Everything. Unya who say life now asope
upeda odida who say na ete hade who say na ya
information no
simple
ahaya ne cry. If you want every details concerning Christian Atsu, this is where you are going to get it.
Na na wangasa yakasa wo musa ani edu yente hwe wo ba ya de ne da speaker makasa fa